So if you're applying for jobs and you're not sure why you're not getting callbacks, or maybe you're wondering, do I actually qualify for this role? This video is going to be for you. Today I'm going to show you how to build a free private job fit tool using Google AI Studio. No coding, no signups, no subscriptions or anything like that. You're going to paste in your job description, you'll paste in your resume securely. We'll talk about that later. And you'll instantly see what skills fit, what skills don't, and you'll be giving tips on how to improve your resume immediately and also tips on how to prepare for the interview. This is not going to be an AI tool that lies or invents skills. It's not going to inflate your experience or pretend that you're something that you're not. This is designed to help you understand where you stand. I'll build the entire app with you live in Google AI Studio, same way we always do. And I'll give you the prompt so you can build it and use it privately. And then tailor it to your own job search for free. So if you're ready, let's go do it. All right, we are at Google AI Studio. I'm going to click Build AI Apps. You can click Build here on the left. Doesn't matter, get you to the same place. We're going to be using the Gemini 3 Pro Preview model. If you need to change that, just click the little gear and change it to that model. You can use whatever model works, but this is the one that I was testing in, so I'm just kind of giving you a heads up. I'm going to paste the entire prompt here, and we're going to get started. It's a really, really big prompt because it's actually building a real application. So I definitely encourage you to look at it. It's just using text. There's no code or anything in there. It just explains that we want an honest application that's going to give us some very specific things to improve our job hunting experience. So let's do it. Click build. Okay, it is done. In the lower left-hand corner, you'll see a box here similar to ChatGPT or to Gemini that you can type in things. So if for some reason you want to change a color, you want to add a box, add a button, you can totally do all that. There are a lot of other things related to coding that I'm not going to get into because this is not a coding video. I want you to be able to paste your prompt in, hit build, and get this app. So let's go to full screen and we'll give it a test. So we've got a resume for Jack Jones. He's got some experience more in the food service industry, and he's looking to apply for something a little bit different, an operations coordinator role. And just to be clear, these are just sample resumes. I built them online. However, this app is designed to work with any resume for any skill set. We do have the option of polish or full rebuild. Polish is just that. If you like your resume the way it is and you just want to have some ideas, you can click polish. If you want full rebuild, it can actually build you a custom resume. So we're just going to click polish because his was pretty straightforward, and let's see what happens. Your screen may look a little bit different. Some of the buttons may be different, but all the features should be exactly the same. Okay, it's done. So we're going to scroll down to the bottom. So this is our fully edited and refined resume. And you're probably going, well, what did it change? Well, that's where this changes button comes in. So now you can kind of see to say, okay, well, maybe I like this wording, or, maybe I wasn't aware that this sounded so good or bad. The first thing that it says that it changed, it said, looking for a better job with normal hours and room to grow. I'm a hard worker with lots of experience managing people and handling busy situations. And it changes it to motivated professional with over 7 years of experience in fast-paced service environments, proven track record in team supervision, shift coordination, and operational support. You kind of get the idea. It's kind of polishing it up, making it a little more professional sounding. The next one down, if we look, says run the floor during dinner and weekend shifts. And it changed it to coordinate floor operations during high volume dinner and weekend shifts. Two different ways of saying the same thing. One is just a little bit more polished. So it'll have all the different things, and you can look at these, use them or not use them. It's totally up to you. You may like your wording better. This is just to give you ideas of how to improve your resume. So you'll have all that. So we move over to matches. You can see all the things that matched your qualifications, which it looked at your resume, looked at job description, said, hey, these are the things that we know you're good on. For example, GED, 7+ years experience supervising and training teams. You've got all those, and hopefully building a little bit of confidence so that you have some things to speak to in the interview. On the gap section, it's going to tell you things that maybe you don't have that were required or suggested in the job description. So in this case, like an associate's degree, Microsoft Outlook, inventory management software. And these may be skills that you actually have. So you might want to go back and edit your resume and say, hey, I do have those, and maybe put a little bullet in there for something that's missing. So you can tailor your resume to the job description. That's what makes this tool so powerful. The next thing we can switch over to is interview. And in the interview, something super helpful. You haven't interviewed in a while and you want some ideas on how to answer interview questions. This is going to build a series of questions that are based on the job description. So for example, can you describe your experience supervising a team in a high pressure environment? And then it actually gives you a suggested answer. It says, discuss managing 8 to 10 staff members at Applebee's during peak shifts, ensuring that everyone stays stayed on task while the manager was off site. Not to have you memorize that answer and be your answer, but give you some ideas on how to prepare. It goes through the same thing for answering some of the questions on the gaps, like, the role requires using Microsoft Outlook for scheduling. How comfortable are you with that? And if you don't have that experience, it gives you a suggested response, that you're more familiar with Word and Excel, but you're a fast learner, things that you might already be thinking of. But when you put it on paper and then you're able to study it, make a few notes on it, you can totally improve your chances of impressing in an interview. And before I wrap up, I want to touch base on privacy. If you are concerned about privacy, as you should be, you may want to paste your resume in, but change your name and put in a fake address in here if you're really worried. One reason I'm not overly concerned about this is because you're not paying Google to store your data. That's why I always come up with a way down here to click download results. And when you click download results, it's going to save everything from all of these tabs into a text file so that you can do it offline. Because the next time you come in here, this will be gone. It'll be completely blank. And that's what makes it free. You can use it as many times as you want, but you can't save anything. I would download it, take it to Word, use it as a study guide, and you'd be good to go. And that is pretty much it. When you're done, you can close out and you can go back to start. Your apps will always live under your app. Your app will be right here at the top. All of the apps that you create will always be here for you to reuse again, and just switch to full screen when you're ready to go. That is it. Hope you liked the video. Hope you get the job. If you have any comments or suggestions, pop them in the chat, like, subscribe, do all the things, and just let me know.